In the ministerial policy statement presented to the Parliamentary Committee on Presidential Affairs, the Office of the Prime Minister seeks 154 billion shillings for the financial year 2025-2026. The funding is for priorities such as economic empowerment of vulnerable groups across the country and monitoring of government ministries, departments, and agencies.
Our vote, which is vote 003, projected to have a total budget of 154,580 million, out of which 6,165 million is allocated for wages, 135,667 million for non-wage recurrent.
The ministry also proposed an off-budget allocation of 24 billion shillings to support affirmative action initiatives in Karamoja and the Royal Triangle, among other areas. However, members of parliament were concerned over limited funding allocated for affirmative action plans.
Look at other sectors. For example, the OPM donations, about 9.164 billion. Then if you come to affirmative actions, affirmative action, to me, it is slowly losing value because it is not being put into considerations.
For instance, like Karamoja, my uncle, our brother, has told you how they are suffering. And challenges on ground, you can easily touch them. But they don't receive anything. They have given you all the activities and the monies that are required. Zero money. How do we expect them to perform?
The increasing number of refugees in the country is a pressing concern. However, the OPM has highlighted to address the issue.
These refugees have mingled with the Ugandans in the communities, and because they are supported with monies, they have gone on to take all the jobs, particularly in the formal sector. When you go to Kansanga, people have left their houses. Ugandans have nowhere to stay.
We have halted temporarily the registration of Eritreans and Somalis. And we're also working out stringent measures of ensuring that asylum processing systems are stringent to ensure that the right people are those who are granted asylum status.
Ministers representing Karamoja, the Northern Region and others have called for more funding and a larger resource envelope for the electorate to benefit from government initiatives.
As Northern Uganda, I think they still need to continue to have affirmative action for Northern Uganda for reasons that are very well known. That is the region that has experienced war for over 2 decades, and therefore we need to continue with helping the community recover from war, settling and then recovering from war.
It is 44 districts out of how many that we have in Uganda. Since 2022-23 financial year up to now, the money for the budget for Kasimo, ex gratia, was taken off the budget. For 3 years, we have not received any money. And yet, every quarter, we used to get 5 billion. But for the 3 years that I have been in that ministry, that budget line was taken off. But I'm glad to see that there's a little bit of improvement now.
Rebecca Natongo, Gloria Gutabinji, Parliament.
And I requested them to go